Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Sweden or Bust. And in this case, the bust is the Venus de Milo. Now, this is probably going to be quite a short episode because we've only got 4 games this month and there's not a huge amount to talk about. But I did want to start firstly by saying thank you to everyone who's subscribed to me over the past couple of weeks. It's been amazing to see how many people actually have done. I'm a little bit in awe of that. I wasn't expecting to get anyone really for months. And it's great to see that people are interested in this kind of content. So I will keep producing it for you. Don't worry about that. And if you haven't subscribed and you're on the fence about it, just do it. Just do it. Please, 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 please. No, don't worry about that. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about was FIFA. And obviously I'm going to do a channel update right before Football Manager 15 comes out, where I'll talk about all this stuff in proper depth. But basically, I did briefly talk about this in another video, but it was further in, so some of you that maybe don't watch the whole I don't know, may not have seen it. So what I wanted to talk about is the possibility of doing FIFA videos, and I don't mean like gameplay, because for a start, I don't have a PS4, and who wants to see PS3 content? And secondly, I don't have an Elgato, so I couldn't record the content anyway. But obviously, I was worried about putting any kind of FIFA content on a channel which has currently been doing Football Manager, because a lot of people that like Football Manager don't like FIFA and vice versa. Now, I really don't see a problem with either. I love FIFA and I absolutely adore Football Manager. I don't see why you can't like both, frankly. They're completely different types of games. And yeah, I play a lot of Ultimate Team. So that is what my question is to you. Would you like to see some Ultimate Team pack openings or things like that? Because although I don't buy FIFA points or I don't buy coins, I do trade. So I do have a decent amount of bank on there because I know how to trade. So I've got an alright team. Also, if you fancy a game, leave your PSN thingies in the comments and I'll add you. Yeah, it's easier than me spreading mine around, because otherwise, yeah, all kinds of crap. But if not, then don't worry. Right, now, we're going to move on to today's episode. And the reason I've hid the scores is because I realised that this is something I can actually do, and it does give you a little bit more suspense for the episode. So that's what we're going to try and do from now on, at times when it is possible. Also, something which I've noticed on here is that I can actually add columns to this. I can insert columns. So we're going to have a look at this for a start. And we can add on... What else should we add? We don't need a weather forecast. We don't need a referee. The attendance. Yeah, let's put the attendance on. Right, okay. That makes it a little bit more... It's a bit more confusing to look at, but I think it's a bit more worthwhile. Plus, you can see it all from this screen. I will still be going into the match screen, but it's still useful for you guys to see. You know, why not? Right. So, we will start things off with the first game of the month. And that was this one. At Djurgården. Well, not at Djurgården. At home to Djurgården. Now, I genuinely didn't... Well, no, I thought we were going to win, and we did. We were absolutely fantastic. It was a great performance. May Malanga with yet another goal. He's on fire. And then goals from the 2 wingers who are in a battle to the death to be our best winger this year. Goossens and Smedberg Dallens. Hey, each one probably assisted on the other's goal, so they are probably still locked in that battle. And I really don't know. Who do you think is going to win the battle between John Goossens and Smedberg Dallens? Also, before I say anything else about this game, there's something else I wanted to say, which was... I asked this a couple of episodes ago, but I'm just kind of curious about your guys' thoughts on this. What is the one thing that you think makes Football Manager special? Like, what makes it better than a lot of other games? Because there are so many things I love about it, and I talked about it in the Fulham series with the Dan Burn thing. But what is the thing that you think makes it the best game? Like, what is it that you love about this game? Answers in the comments. I'll be curious to see what you guys say, because I want to get discussion going about this, because I've got some thoughts about it, which I'm going to talk about in a channel update at a later date. Right, so we won 3-0, and it was a fantastic performance. That is, you can't ask for more than that. And we didn't need to, because we won the game. Now I'm going to move straight on here to the... well, we're just going to show you the games for this month, because it's too hard to keep them out of the sight. We had Young Boys in the Europa League, and we had ourselves a merry old time against them. They were... Yeah, Young Boys. I suppose they... I'm thinking of Young Man. That's the YMCA, isn't it? Young Man! And so on. Yeah, well, they obviously were at the YMCA, because they didn't turn up. And... let's just jump straight into the highlights, because that's going to be our highlighted show. So I'll see you guys there. Right. This was a much better performance than I'd expected. I was hoping that we could maybe scrape something against them, but I felt if there was any team we were going to beat in this group, it could potentially be Young Boys. And if we could get a couple of goals against them, it could maybe give us a chance at sneaking into a second place slot if Everton or Ruben, mess up. Which... as it happens, I'm pretty sure Everton won very, very comfortably. I think it was 2 or 3-0 they won by. In fact, I think they won 3-0 over Ruben Kazan, so who knows. But yeah, very, very early on, Goossens ball down, ball in, Malech. Lovely stuff. It was literally within straight from the kickoff, essentially. We passed the ball around, got the ball out wide, lovely little ball into the space for Goossens, who's once again provided a beautiful cross for Malic. And that is another assist for Goossens, you'll point out. You'll notice there. Smedberg Dallas picks it up in the midfield into Malangu, along to Johansson, whips it down the wing, and Malic somehow manages to get this. I'm not sure how. It leaves himself out in the cold, but then it comes to Malangu, drops it down. Smedberg Dallas into Johansson, drops it into Malangu, back to Salomonson. Smedberg Dallas gets himself in there as well. So Goossens gets an assist, Smedberg Dallas gets himself a goal. So, yeah, the locking of horns continues. Next, we had ourselves a free kick out on the left, but we were actually playing it short. Now, what happened here was I changed the strategy a little bit. Not a huge deal, but I said basically I went to basically change it to exploit a different flank, and that's exactly what we did. Hence why they tried to play it across, but eventually it comes out to Augustinsson, whips it in, and Malic is there with the header again. And he's just a monster. He is like Godzilla. Goalzilla is what we shall call him. And he deserves that nickname because he's been absolutely imperious for us this year. And that meant that we won 3-0. They had an injury, but they didn't even turn up for that game. And it gave us a good start in the group. And I'm fairly certain that Everton won their game 3-0 as well. Yes, they did. They beat Ruben 3-0. So we're actually joint top of the group with Everton. And those little, you never know. If we could get a decent result against Ruben, there's every chance that we could maybe sneak through to the next round in second. Now, we had a toughie here away at Kalmar, who are having a good season, to be fair to them. And going there and winning was something that I definitely intended to do, but I wasn't sure if we could actually do it. As it is, we were a bit lucky. 50-50 on possession. We had a few more shots, but same number on target. Frankly, it was very, very lucky of us. But once again, the luck was in our favour this time. Although I would have preferred it potentially against Rapid Vienna. That was the time that we needed some luck. But Jacob Johansson's goal on the half an hour mark gave us the lead, or around about the half an hour mark. And then with 20 minutes to go, John Goossens wrapped the game up. And I'd switched to counter at this point because I figured, we got a 2-goal lead. There's no need to bugger this up now. Jonathan Ring, who doesn't sound Scandinavian, got them a goal back. Oh, he's actually Swedish. My God, I'm guessing it's Jonathan Ring or something. But Jonathan Ring sounds like a Anglic name. But evidently he isn't. Got them a goal back in stoppage time, but it was not enough. And that was another win in the league for us. And our final game of the month saw us at home to BK Häcken. And I love to get one over on Häcken. Ever since they had that smash and grab against us last season, I've enjoyed beating them. Plus, I believe it's a local derby too, so even better. It was an absolutely horrific match. Like, so poor. Zofchak's goal and May Malangu's goals were the highlights, but frankly, they were not highlights. They were really scrappy goals. And we barely had a shot in this game, so it was good to see us win. Again, we won dirty. And that's something that we need to do more of, frankly. And we didn't really do it last season, but look at this, look. I mean, it's now the end of September, and we've not lost since there in May. We've just been superb. Now, we're going to take a look at the fixtures for next month, which is going to be a little bit busy because of the Europa League and whatnot. Next month, we've got Ruben away, but we've already looked at that. Going to be tough. And then we also have Örebro away, Arvitabur away, and Everton away. And then followed up by Malmö at home. I think if there's ever a month that we're going to bugger this all up and just go down like blue ice, then this is that month. If we can come through this month unscathed, if we can keep our unbeaten record through this month, then bloody hell, we deserve the title. But this is the way the league looks as well. We are now 10 points clear. Admittedly, Helsingborg have a game in hand. But even so, that would still put us 7 points clear. They've struggled. They've picked up a decent number of points this month, but we've picked up all the points. I don't know how many points did we get to win the league last season. Okay then. So yeah, this year we already have the same number of points as we had last year. So we could pretty much take a holiday, is basically what I'm saying here. We equaled our points tally from last season. Not scored quite as... Oh, actually, we've actually already scored more goals than we did last season. We've conceded one more, we've also got a better goal difference than them. So I think we've been better this year than we were last year. And I think we are going to eventually walk to the title. I don't think they're going to be able to haul back that goal, the goal difference or the points deficit, with 4 games to go. Can anyone else get near us? I mean, Elfsborg are level on games with us. Icor could only go level on points with Helsingborg, so they'd still be 10 points behind if they won their game in hand. Who are Helsingborg playing? Helsingborg are playing GAIS. Come on, local boys. If our local rivals did us a favour, that would be hugely fantastic, because we could win the league. In fact, we're in a position where we could win the league in our next game. So if we can maybe win just one of those, take the weight off of our mind. But I would like to see if we can go the rest of the season unbeaten. Seems a bit tough, though. But only time will tell. Right, let's take a look at the stats now to see how things are going. Let's turn off the silly filters. I just wish you could make that permanent. Apps. Biesmir and Alvborg are still the number 1 and 2. In fact, still just basically number 1 together. They've been superb. I don't think Biesmir has missed a game for us this year, and neither's Alvborg, which is superb. Goals, Malic with 14 now. Neiman's played a couple of games since the last month, and he's just not been quite as good, unfortunately. It's a shame. He's not done it for us, but Malic now is our top scorer with 14. I was expecting maybe 20 out of him this year, so I'm a little bit disappointed in a way. But injuries for the two of them and the interchanging, they've got 26 between them, which is a lot better than we would have thought of last year. But Goossens is also in there with 12 goals now. He's amazing. I can't believe how good he's been. Top assists now with Goossens. John Goossens, player of the season. He's got to be player of the season. I can't see him not being player of the year. But that's normally done on average rating, so maybe Langut might have a thing or two to say about that. Most player of the matches? Well, that's Thomas Malic now with 5. So that makes sense with his goal scoring record improving. It makes sense that he would be there. Pakowski, 86 pass rate, not bad at all. Yellows, Augustinson with the most yellows, no more reds, and as you can see, best player for us at the moment by quite a long way now is Meva Langu. He's scoring goals, he's creating goals, he's having a belting time. He's having a lovely old time, and that's good for us. Johansson and Salomonson in there sort of bunched up together, but no one really near him at all. I think, if anything, he's probably more likely to win manager of the season, no, player of the season, than we are. Now, surprisingly, I don't think I've won any Manager of the Month awards, which is really, really odd. Let's just have a look. Manager of the Month. I won it in June. Oh no, and I won it in August. My bad. We've actually won 2 Manager of the Month awards this month, and that's great to see. Also, something that just might be a weird one. Alex Lindsay. That isn't actually my name. My name is not Alex Lindsay. It's just some nom de plume or whatever, like pseudonym that I use when I play Football Manager. I've always done it. I don't know why. I just always did. I am actually from Scotland though, so that part is real. I just don't sound like I'm from Scotland because I don't live in Scotland and I haven't lived in Scotland. Yeah. I live in Essex, so that's why I sound like this. But let's see. Player of the Month, perhaps? Have we won it? Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Team of the Week, Team of the Year. Is there not a Player of the Month award for the Allsvenskan? That's a bit disappointing. I'd be well pissed. Why is the Swedish PFA not on that? I ask you. If anyone knows, is there actually a Player of the Month award in the Allsvenskan? Because there doesn't appear to be one, which is a shame. Anyway, that is about that for this episode. Join us in the next episode to see if we can somehow keep this unbeaten record going in amongst all those horrific away games that we've got coming up, and see if we can wrap up the title, because I think we can probably do it in the next episode, and that will be bloody amazing. Anyway, if you've been enjoying this series, firstly, thank you for enjoying it, and secondly, please leave a like, because it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing, and that you're enjoying the series. And if you haven't been enjoying it, hey, leave a dislike. That lets me know as well. But don't do it for the funnies. If you've been enjoying it even more than that, there's a lovely old subscribe thing up here which you can hit, and that'd be fantastic, because I am hoping to see just how much we can do for the rest of this month. I want to try and maybe hit 25 subscribers before Football Manager 15 comes out. Heck, I might have already hit them by the time this video comes out, because it's going to be like Monday by the time this video comes out, and it is now Friday. So just bear that in mind when you're leaving me tips and stuff, because I can't enact them immediately, because I'm a little bit ahead of schedule at the moment. I'm going to pull that back so I don't get too far ahead, because otherwise it'll get a little bit out of touch with people, and I don't want that either. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.